swimming pools a day of treated water coming out of our sewages. It's just the toilet flush water in Western Sydney. And instead of running it through our wetlands and making Sydney drought proof, which it should be, which we're in a massive drought, we just run it straight down the creeks and into the river. Then on top of that, in the last couple of months, I've eyewitnessed myself raw sewage running down Eastern Creek, raw sewage running down South Creek, raw sewage running down Haslam Creek, Parramatta, raw sewage running down every canal that goes into Sydney Harbour, and the government's allowing it. The government's allowing it, Sydney Water's allowing it, and our councils are allowing what you've just seen in this video, or what you're about to see in this video, whether I put this at the front or the back. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. This is all unavoidable. It's all unnecessary, and it's just poor management of our environment, and it's leaving a massive cruelty blight on all Australians that live here, because we all have to witness this, and it's unfair and it's unfortunate to the wildlife, and it's wrong by council as the keepers of the land. And that's all I've got to say on the matter. We are fighting a losing cause. The mayor of Hawkesbury Shire is an environmentalist apparently, but she doesn't obviously care about our environment. Oh wow. They drained the wetland completely. Look at all the dead fish, all those dots of dead fish. Well, no wonder all the carp died. They ran out of water. Oh, I can smell it. Oh, it's terrible. Do you know what? When it rains, there's going to be such a toxic mess come out of this. That's tragic. There's no need for that. We got a river there that's got a treatment flow coming down every day. Oh, you want to smell it. This is how Hawkesbury Shire treat our wetlands. This could have been avoided. There's no need for this. The turf farms are pumping out, irrigating all around the back off the river. You can see how they've used this machine to dig this area out so they can pump it all up. So they've just basically pumped the whole pond dry. Look, there's some fish in here. Just stinks. I'm 52 years old now, and I've fished all my life, and I've fished every flood and every drought that's been through Sydney. I fished the big drought there where they built the desal plant, like it's Sydney's biggest drought, and none of our swamps dried up. They all held water. They don't anymore. Now this is what I worry about, all these dead fish. When we finally do get rain, this is a pure toxin that's going to fill up this pond, and then it's going to drain into the Hawkesbury River. It's just so toxic. For this black, it's almost like oil. The turtle just got there. Look at all the guts. Some fish frames in the water and rotten fish meat. Look at it all. And honestly, it's just putrid. The smell is unbearable. That's just. Look at that. Can I pick that up? It's fish meat. Look at it. Seen some mullet in here. So it's not just carp that this has killed, this has killed native stuff as well. There's another eel. See a little guy? That's a longfin eel. Now they're on the endangered species list. Big one over there. There's a real big eel. Oh look, that's an eel there. It's not the carp, look at that. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, longfin eel. It's killed everything. Eel, carp. That sort of looks like a bass. What's left of an eel? It's destroyed the eels. There's one there. That beautiful, it was beautiful. One eel there, another eel, another one there. If we did what our councils do to our wildlife, we'd be locked up. How do they get away with this? How the hell do they get away with this? All they had to do is pump some water in, fill it up. Why do we allow our politicians and councils to destroy our way of life? Why do we allow this? This is just a toxic wasteland now, and we will get rain again, and that's the scary bit. What is the council going to do about it? Because these animals need to be removed from here. I mean, that water over there that I showed you, that black water, that has to be pumped out and removed out of the environment. The water over there has to be pumped out and removed out of the environment, and then we need to fill this back in with river water. You know, I was sending my customers down here. I was telling them, come down to Bushells Lagoon chasing carp. Like in Europe and England, carp fishing is really big. It's a very popular sport. And here we had this wetland that was inundated with carp, as you can see out there. And you can see the big pile that's left out there. Well, they're the fish that have just slowly died as these veggie growers pumped all the water out of it. This was a resource, this lagoon, and it catered the amount of dead eels alone in there. It's horrifying. I mean, long fin and short fin eels are in there, and it's just the way it is. It's horrible. I mean, this is all, look, any last remnants of water are just surrounded by dead animals. Let's have a look here. The only thing left now is the turtles, and they'll die. See all the dirt along the edges? Whoever it is that's got the veggie gardens that growing here, they've dug these channels out deeper, and they've drained the whole lake into their pumps. So I don't know if they're allowed to do that or not, but it seems pretty crazy. Straight to their pump site. So they've drained it that way, they've drained it that way, and they've drained it that way. They've taken all the water out of here and let the animals die. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't be allowed. The river is just over on those tree lines. And we got turf farmers that irrigate from the river. There was no reason why they couldn't bring water up here. I don't think this irrigation's going to the turf farms. I think it's just more going to the veggie farms. And you want to think twice next time you buy veggies in Sydney Market, because this is where they come from when you're eating this stuff. I did a video down here only 6-8 months ago on the carp, trying to encourage people to come down and eat carp fish. Look, there's the machine. So they've used this machine here. Look at all the seabirds, look at them. Look at all the birds. that's all they've got to eat, because they eat fish. They eat live fish, not dead rotten ones. So here's the machine. They've used this giant big machine here to drain the lakes. They've cut a channel in here, here, and here. They should be... I can't see how this could be legal. I really can't. But they'll get away with it because it's Hawkesbury Shire Council. They don't care. Oh, this is black water again. Look at it. That's just toxic. I mean, do you guys want this running into our river? Look at it. It's just... And there's still plenty of animals left in this water, like trying to survive. See all the dead fish on the edges have all been eaten. So the birds are eating these ones. I just want the fish when they're just still alive. That is going to go into our river one day. Look, and you can see where they've been digging it out. They've drained the lake. Drained the lake. Look at the pump system here. Here we go. Look at the different colour here, because this isn't connected. So this water here, that's why all the seabirds were here. See the different brown? I can see all the movement. There's fish in here, and that's why we had all those birds there eating. And this, for God's sakes, a wetland. Look, no dead fish on the banks. It's not the best looking water, but fish are surviving in there, birds are eating in there. Then come and have a look at this. Turtle head just popped itself up there, another turtle head there. I dare say the turtles are just in it, because if they don't go in the water they'll die. They don't have to breathe that stuff. See like that, see that? Oh no, they're fish. We've got more fish to die yet. It's blatant. They've channeled out over there, here, and sucked the whole wetland here. See there? There's another one hidden in the back there. So they've put this, and they've drained out a wetland. Black toxic. And if the council doesn't do anything about this, when we do get environmental flow from rain, which is the only way we're going to get it here, this stuff goes into the river, and that is so damaging you couldn't believe. We had it in Currency Creek last year when all the carp rolled over and died, and when it finally rained there was dolphins in the river. Look at all these fish, and the dolphins roll over and died because when this black water comes out, all the remnants of this rotting meat. And just ignore the carp for a fact, and just think about the native turtles and the endangered long-finned and short-finned eels. Well, the short-finned eels are endangered, the long-finned I think are pretty right. And you think about that, and you think, well, if us as a fisherman knocked a couple of short-finned eels on the head and took them home for dinner, we'd be breaking the law. Yet they're allowed to destroy a whole ecosystem. Like, those eels are the garbage collectors of the river. We need our eels. We need everything that we've got. These carp can be controlled. You notice there's not many small ones? You can see very few small ones there. They're all big breeders. More eels. That's a big eel over there. I've seen, that looks like a bass out. I've seen a couple of mullet and what looked like a couple of bass, but that's it. The rest of it's all been carp and eel. You know, this used to have wild bass come into it, and then their flood mitigation system that they built, the whatever, stuffed that up. So no natural natives do roll in here apart from the eels. Very rarely do you get it. Only on a good rain you'll get the mullet in here now. That's why the carp have overrun. But this is